All right, Year 7s, good morning. Welcome to our second video. This is around converting between percentages and decimals. So you might be given a percentage and asked to convert it to a decimal. Just remember that decimals and percentages, as well as fractions, they're all the same, they just look different. It's kind of like having, three different languages. So I'll just chuck this up here for now. We'll come back to this idea. But if we have fractions, decimals, and percentages, you can consider them as three different languages, all trying to say the same thing, but they just look different. That's pretty much all it is, right? Percentages are just out of 100. So if I say 30%, I'm talking about 30 out of 100. That's what the cent means in percent. So out of 100, okay? So let's just think of a number. We'll think of a quarter, right? So I'll write a quarter here because it's a fraction. A quarter as a decimal, now I know this off by heart, and later on in another video I'll show you how to convert a fraction to a decimal, but it's 0.25, okay? And as a percentage, again, I haven't shown you how to do it, but I know for a fact that it's 25%. So how do we know, or how do we express a quarter as a decimal, and how do we express a fraction or a quarter as a percent? Well, there's strategies that we can use, right? And we're going to be going through all of them. The first one that we're going to be looking at, though, in our question is expressing the following percentages as decimals. So we're going to take this percentage and turn it into a decimal. How do you do that? Well, look at my trusty tool here. To convert a percentage, use the arrow to indicate which direction you're going in. From percentage to decimal, we divide the number or the percentage by 100. Dividing it by 100 is fairly straightforward. I'll show you how to do it. So any number can be quite easily divided by 100 by taking the decimal place backwards or to the left 2 places. Now in this number here, 70, you can't see a decimal, hey, there's no dot. But at the end of every whole number, such as 70, the decimal is placed at the end. We just don't write it because we know it's there. It's assumed. So let's go ahead and take that decimal back 2 places. This is how I do it. Ooh, I'll use a thinner stylus. That would be by dividing by 10, but we're not dividing by 10, we're dividing by 100. So we need to go one more position back. So that was, again, 2 places back. And now our decimal is right there. So what is the answer? The answer will be decimal or 0.70. 0.70. If you'd like, you can put a 0 in the front just to show that there is nothing there. So the answer is 0.70. Let's try the next one. We will go to B. So express 37.5% as a decimal. Well, it's kind of funny because the decimal's already there. So that'll make it a little bit easier for us to move it back 2 places. So let's go ahead and divide this number by 100. Again, we've just done it. So let's move that back 2 places. And so we'll go ahead and write our answer as 0.375. Again, because the decimal was there, we move back 2 places and then the decimal goes there. So 0.375 or 0.375. Let's do one more. Let's go with 32%. This is 2A. Okay, so remember, in a whole number where you cannot see the decimal's at the end. So taking it back 2 places, because that's dividing by 100. 1, 2. There's the decimal there. The answer will be 0.32. 0.32. All right, stay tuned for my next video.